Jackson Bruce, you're going to be on deck at 194. All right, next team you can ride in the boxes are yours. Clayton and Zane, 194, right on in Philip. We got this one going to be smooth here, going to be 737. And we're going to move down now. It's going to be Clayton Jackson, Zane Bruce, 194. Texas boys, 12 and 74 in the first one. Singletary and Olsen, 195. You're going to be on deck. Gonzalez and Gonzalez, 196. Havens and Williams, 197. Here's Clayton and Zane, 12.74 coming in. Nathan and Jordan, 195. You be thinking about it. Here we go. Smooth in the field, going to be 7.51. 7.51. That is going to make them a 20 and a quarter. 20.25 for Clayton and Zane. And we're going to move down to Singletary and Olsen, 195. Then Gonzalez and Gonzalez, 196. Havens and Williams, 197. You're going to be up in 3. This team had trouble around number 1. Here's Nathan and Jordan. Letter Ritter got a little fastback. Oh, not going to fit. It'll be a no time. And we're going to move on. Next 3 are all on the aggregate. Here's Gonzalez and Brandon and Tim. Havens and Williams at 197. You're going to be on deck. And Bernal and Sarche at 198. Williams and Sayer here ready at 199. Upper's we're at 196 right now. We'll go down to 235. Smooth in the field here is going to be 703. That is going to make them a total of 19-19 on 2. We're going to move down to Chad Hammonds and Speed Williams at 197. 198 is Bernal and Sarche, Williams and Sarah right here. 8-time champion of the world, Speed Williams on the backside. Here we watch Rich, who was heading earlier. Let's see here, they're 856 in the first one, Speedy. Got him, going to be smooth, going to be 808 on the run, 808. They're going to be 16.64. They're good on 2. All right, we're going to go to Montana and Arizona. Here's Bernie and Nick at 198. 199 is going to be Jason and Kai. Sam and Sean at 200 here ready. Teams at 16.38. Grew up with this young man on the front side here, and it is not going to work. Going to be no time for the boys. And we're going to move on to Williams and Sayer down to 199. Sam Williams and Sean Howell at 200. You're going to be on deck. 200.1, Hughes and Yates. Small and Clay, be ready. Here's Jason Williams and Kai and Sayer. No time for round number 1. Sam and Sean, you can ride at 200. The boxes are yours. And going to be a no time here. And we're going to move down the line now. Going to be Livingston and Howell. Here's Sam and Sean now, 7.46. Passed into for a qualifier on the backside. Todd Hughes trades at 200.1. You are going to be on deck. And Courtney Small and Jake Cooper play 201. Here's Sam and Sean, 7.46, round number 1. All right, Mr. Howe. Just like that, every day, all day, going to be 7.53. That is going to make them a 14.99. 14 and 99, gentlemen. A 24.68 right now is 9th. And 24.14 to 24 flat. 23.89. That takes us to the top 6, making back right now. Here's Todd Hughes, Trey Yates, 808. You're good on their first one. Small and Clay at 201. You're going to be on deck. Nobrega and Shuey at 202. You be thinking about it. Here's 200.1. Todd Hughes, Trey Yates. Amarillo, Texas, Pueblo, Colorado. Todd on the front side, Trey on the back end. Courtney, Jake Cooper Clay, 201, you can ride in. Trey Yates. Latham here, 5 of the field, going to be 13.68. It's going to make them a 21.76. Gentlemen, you are going to be trying to shave one down to get the consolation. Courtney Small, Jake Cooper Clay now, Oklahoma team, 13.46. The Hawaiians are going to be on deck at 2:02. Then Matt Daniel at 2:03. Chris and Pace at 2:04. Be ready. There's Courtney and Jake in play. A very good shooting. Be ready. Smooth here. 660. Good run. LMQ at 20:06. Same story there, guys. We'll put a good one together in the Freeford Pavilion. Get in that consolation. Here we go. Team Hawaii right here. A very good shooting. Matt Daniel at 2:03. Right in the boxes are yours. And we're going to be smooth here. Going to be 776 and a good run. Same story for them. Get one down for that consolation. And we're going to move to California. Matt Griffith, Daniel Green. Ladies and gentlemen, please refrain from smoking in the building. It is the rules here at the South Point. It is smoke-free in the Equestrian Center, so please do not smoke in this building. Please and thank you. That is right from the staff of the South Point Equestrian Center. This part of the building is no smoking. All right, friends, here we go. Matt Griffith, Daniel Green right here. Multiple time event champion of the world right here. He'll be followed by Chris and Pace at 2:04. Then Crane and Tyler Worley at 2:05. And these guys are making a smooth run. They're going to be 6:89. They're going to go get one down in the Freeford. Try to make it back to that consolation. And we're going to move to Chris and Pace Green, a father and son duo right here. We got Dad doing the hit, son doing the healing here at 2:04. Glenn Gray, Tyler Worley, 2:05. We're going to be on deck. Brakeman and Elkins at 2:06. And White and Warner will be ready at 2:07. Here's Chris and Pace. Idaho and Texas now. Next team you can ride in to be Glenn and Tyler, 2:05. The box here, yours. Pace so. Got it. Good run here. Smooth in the field. Going to be 6:22. Same story for those guys. Trying to get to that consolation. It does pay 5 in the consolation. The split, $4,500 for fifth, $5,000 for fourth, $6,500 for third, $8,500 for second, and $10,500 to split if you win the consolation. It is worth getting those down. Here's Glenn and Tyler at 2:05, and Jim and Grell at 2:06. And they are going to be smooth in the field. Going to be 994 on the run. That is going to make them a 1650 on 2. And we're going to move down to Brendan Braylon Elkins now, 1018. Nelson White, Cody Warner, 2:07. You're going to be on deck. Robbins and Schmidt at 2:08. Canton and left will be ready. Rovers are at 2:06. 1018 coming in. Got a speeding ticket. Nelson and Cody fill them up 2:07. And we're going to be no time on this one. We're going to move down to Nelson White, Cody Warner, Alabama, Mississippi, 7:61 coming in. Next 4 teams are all sitting good. Bevan Colton at 2:08, you're going to be on deck. Ransom Payton at 2:09, and Bobby Boyd and Casey Chamberlain will be ready. Alabama, Mississippi, 7:61, they're good on their first one. Still a 24:68 to sit 9th in this rotation. We take the top 9 out of here. 21:02 is high call from this rotation. Next team you can ride in, Beverly Robbins, Goldschmidt, 2:08, 2:07. Well, they're going to go down with a leg. It'll be, or excuse me, a barrier. It'll be an 11:64, 11:64. That is going to make them a 19:25. All right, we're going to move down to Beverly Robbins, Goldschmidt, 2:08. 8:34 in round 1. Rance Gap, Peyton Leffler at 1:209. Bobby Boyd, Casey Chamberlain at 2:10. And Greg and Reed will be ready. Here's Beverly Robbins, Goldschmidt, 8:34 round 1. Beverly's been racking them for a long time. On the back side, we got them here. We're going to be smooth. We're going to be 8:21. 8:21. Makes them a 16:55 Casey Chamberlain at 210. 211 is going to be Greg and Reed. Going to be no time on the run there. That is going to move us down the line to Bobby Boyd and Casey Chamberlain. These guys are coming in with a 7:35. Then Brian Drake and Daniel Reed at 2:11. Flanagan and Eldridge at 2:12. Then Rummel and Brevick are ready. And going to be smooth in the field here, going to be 8:56. That is going to make them a total on 2 of 15:91, and they're sitting pretty. We're going to move down to Brian Gregg and Daniel Reed at 2:11. Flanagan and Eldridge at 2:12, and Bramble and Brevick at 2:13. Five of the field there, that is going to make them 11-18. 11-18. And that's going to move us down to Flanagan and Eldridge at 2:12. Here's a team good right now on the 7:32 round number one. Bramble and Brevick at 2:13. And Barker and Rubio at 2:14. Kirk Caney and Chance Frazier at 2:15. Be ready. The Idaho team, 7:34. 7:32 minutes. Jeff and Jalen right here. Corey Kelly to right in. These guys are good on a pair. Going to be 7:63 on this one. Good roll, but you're going to be 14.95 on two. That's going to move us down to Bramble and Brevick now. Corey and Kaplan at 2:13. And a 10:45 in round number one. Duke and Robert, 2:14. You're going to be on deck. Kirk Caney, Chance Frazier at 2:15. And Justin and Casey, 2:16. You're going to be up in three. Calvin right here, they're 10:45 come in. 2:14, Duke and Roberts are right in. These guys are going to be 5 in the field, going to be 12:62. That's going to make them a total of 23:07. Gentlemen are going to be going for the consolation. We're going to move down to Barker and Rubio at 2:14. Kirk Caney and Chance Frazier at 2:15. And Marcus and Fuller be ready. Here's Granbury and Odessa, Texas. Missed the first one. Trying to get in there right here. Here's Duke and Roberts. Going to be smooth in the field, going to be 8:20. Here's Kirk Caney and Chance Frazier at 2:15, over with an 8 flat. Justin and Casey at 2:16, and Jordan Craig at 2:17. Pat Costin hitting at 2:18. Be ready. These guys are coming in 8 flat on their first one. All right, Texas, here we go. Here's 2:15, 2:16. You can ride in. The boxes are yours. Hey, let's reach out. Heel one down. Get them tight, guys. It's going to be no time for the run, no time. And we're going to move down to Justin Marcus and Casey Fuller at 2:16. And Saunders and Vaughn on at 2:16. 217. Hancock and Hinman at 218. And going to be a no time with the run, no time. That's going to move us down to Jordan Saunders and Greg Von On at 217. They're 7:91 around number one. Hancock and Hinman at 218 and Lewis and Johnson at 219. Schneider and Peterson be ready. Here's Jordan Sanders and Craig Von On at 217, and Jake and David at 218, and Clay and Tripp. Here's Jordan and Craig at 217. They are going to be a no time. That's going to move us down the line to Jake Pankos and David Hinman at 218, Roberts at 882, and Lewis and Johnson at 219, Schneider and Peterson at 220. Be ready. Here's Jake and David at 218. They're 882 coming in. Clay Lewis and Rick Johnson at 219. And going to be smooth in the field. Going to be 720. 720 is going to make them a 1602. That's going to move us down to Clay Lewis and Rick Johnson at 219. And Schneider and Peterson at 220. And then Bobby Simmons and Joe Espy at 221 are going to be up to 3. It's Clay and Tripp over the 770. And we're going to make 5 in the field here. It's going to be an 11 and 89. 11 and 89 is going to make them a 1959 on 2. That'll move us down to Schneider and Peterson now. 1442 coming in. Bobby Simmons and Joe Espy at 221. You're going to be on deck. Shane Phillip and Johnny Phillip at 222. You're ready. Jeff Schneider, Derek Peterson, rubber to the 1442. And these guys are going to take a no time. That'll move us down the line now. It's going to be 221. Bobby Simmons and Joe Espy. Shane Phillip and Johnny Phillip at 222. Then Jared Cross and Garrett McQueen at 223. Beverly and Harmon be ready. Here's Bobby and Joe Ropen at 221, Phillip and Phillip at 222. You can ride in. These guys are going to be smooth here. Going to be 734. They're going for the consolation. And that is going to move us down the line to Phillip and Phillip now. 866. We're talking about Shane and Johnny. 223. Jared Cross, Garrett McQueen are going to be on deck. Clint Pemberlin and Bray Harmon at 224. Then Ramirez and Harris at 225. Here's Shane and Johnny Phillip with an 866 and 222. They're going to take a shake of the flag. And we're going to move down to Jared Cross and Garrett McQueen, up over the 933. Clint Pepperly and Brandon Harmon at 224. Ramirez and Harris at 225. Landon and Case at 226. Be ready. Yeah, we're going to be 5 in the field. You're going to be 13-23. That'll make them a total of 22-56 on a parallel. All right, we're going to move down to Beverly and Harmon now. They are looking for the consolation or a go-around effort here at 224. Ramirez and Harris, they are going to be on deck. Land Education, 226. Bobby Marsh. Eddie Nieto, 227. Here's Clint Braden right here. And they are going to come back from the lake. 5 of the field, going to be 11-98. 11-98. That's going to move us down the line. Going to be Ramirez and Harris now. California team, 1953. 226 is going to be McClarty and Swain at 226. Then Marsh and Nieto at 227. Weaver and Bisbee at 228. 29 is going to be Darnell and Van Eken. Teams of 1953 coming in. And after work here, going to be enough time for the California Bulls. All right, Landon and Case, we're going to move to you at 226. Here's Landon McClarty and Case Swain right here. The Texas Bulls, Bobby Marsh, Eddie Nieto, 227. You're going to be on deck. Weaver and Bisbee. These guys hung it on one on the backside. 5 of the field. You're going to be 11-07. 11-07, boys. And that's going to move us down to Bobby Marsh, Eddie Nieto. The next 3 teams are all on the average. New Mexico right here for Marsh and Nieto, 227. Weaver and Bisbee, 228. You're going to be on deck. Darnell and Van Eken at 229. And Renninger and Fulmer will be ready. Here's Bobby and Eddie, 7-10, round number 1. Yes, sir. Wow, out of Lake, 5 of the field. It'll be a 12-13. That is going to make them a total of 19-23. Next team, hold up till we get our arena cleared. All right, it looks good. Let's do the deal. It's going to be Luke and Garrett now, 228, Rover at 849. Darnell and Van Eken, you're going to be on deck at 229. Then Renninger and Fuller. Bobby Moe, Justin Watts, be ready. Here's Luke and Garrett at 228, Rover with an 849. $849 of their first one. They are going to be in no time. And we're going to move down the line. Going to be Sean Darnell and Clayton Van Eken. Rover with a 604. Renninger and Fulmer at 230. Then Moe Watts at 231. Adams and Goddard at 232. Here's Sean and Clayton at 229, Renninger and Fulmer at 230 can ride in. Hey, look at this team. It'll be smooth here, 798. We'll tack that on to that 604. They're going to be a 1402 on 2. All right, Rovers, we got about 8 to go. 5 to go. Here's Justin and Wayne. No time to round for 1. Bobby and Justin, you're going to be on deck at 231. You can ride in. We're going to go 763, 7-63. And that's going to move us down to Bobby Moe, Justin Watts. 7-12 in round number 1. Here's Bobby Moe, Justin Watts at 231. Multiple time bareback riding champion of the world on the front side. Not going to work, going to be a no time. And we're going to move on to Adams and Goddard at 232, then Berg and Twizzleman at 233. Woolsey and Shelley at 234. Gallows and Lewis at 235. That'll wrap it up for this one. We've got 4 teams to go, Rovers, and we will be done for the first 2 rounds of number 15 here in arena number 1. And another time for them, we're going to move down to Barry Berg and Caitlin Twizzleman. This is the man, the road maker himself from Cactus Ropes in the head side, Barry Berg and Caitlin Twizzleman. And going to be be smooth in the field here. They're going to be 803, 803. And make them a 15:51, and they are good on 2. We're going to go down to Root Woolsey, Aaron Shelley, 7:78. They're going to be followed by Casey Gaddis and Whip Blues. We got 2 to go. Then we are going to get it all drug off, and we'll get ready for the short round for the number 15 here during the South Point, the World Series of Team Pro. Here's Ruben Aaron. Rube on the top side, Aaron Shelley in the back end. They're 7:78 in the first one. Healed him. The right way, going to be smooth, 7:02. That is going to make them a 14:80, and they are good on a pair of them. And we're going to move down to Casey Gaddis and Whip Lewis. This is going to be our final team. Ropers right now, it's a 23:89, a 23:40, a 23:32, and a 23:27, all the way up to a 21:02 in this rotation. So ninth place right now is a 23:89. They got a few rope over there. Here's Casey and the Whip. And they're going to take penalties all the way around. Going to be an 18:82 with the 10-second penalty. Well, friends, that is going to wrap up rotation number 2, round number 2. Here at the number 15. Folks, we invite you to get up, stretch your legs just a little bit as soon as they get done.